and they used a computer to take a picture of my eye, and you could actually see a three-dimensional map of where all these little bumps and things were. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this one and that one. It just floored me that they could do that.
They take the surface measurement of your eye and they create a type of equation or program that they put into the laser, and the laser uses that to shape your eye.
The procedure is simple. Your surgeon will create a small flap in your cornea, lift it, and reshape the underlying tissue. The flap is lowered and heals itself without stitches.
The doctor came out to get me during the procedure, and he's like, Katrina, are you ready? It's like, yeah, I'm ready. And I like jumped up, and like everybody in the waiting room just thought I was crazy, but I was ready.
There's lots of colors and kind of lights and swirls and things like this, and you kind of hear some noises, but it was no big deal. The doctor talked me through every step of the procedure. It wasn't uncomfortable, it wasn't unpleasant. It was kind of relaxing.
And they laid me down and they put me underneath the laser, and it was only 8 seconds for this eye and 10 seconds for this eye. It was actually pretty cool. It was like looking at a light show.
They had put some plastic, clear plastic cups, if you will, over my eyes, taped it on there to protect my eye during the healing that first day. They told me to go home, take a nap. I went home and slept for a few hours, and that was it. I remember waking up from the nap and being able to see my alarm clock for the first time without having to reach for my glasses and without having to have my contacts in. And that was pretty neat.
I was impressed with how advanced this technology is. I mean, literally, you basically walk in there, you lie down, they center the laser and basically push go, boom, 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 it's done.
I was able to see right after the surgery, and then just as time, as the days were going, as the weeks were going, everything just crisped up and got a little clearer and a little clearer every day.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I can see. And then I would look around at the hills and I could see the houses on the hills and the windows.
After having the procedure, I went and did the St. Anthony's Triathlon in Florida. I was kind of excited to have my first race without having to deal with contact lenses. And sure enough, I managed to win by 13 seconds in my division.
The coolest thing still is waking up in the morning and not having to do that whole routine of contacts and solution or glasses. I can just get up and go.
There was literally so many aspects of my life that have been improved so dramatically. Surfing, I can see sets coming from a distance. I can sail, I can see how the wind is changing the water in the distance and know where to head.
It's such a life-changing thing. I mean, it's how you see the world. That's a life-changing thing.
I can work 24-hour shifts now where it's not literally pain all night long in my eyes.
LASIK it's the freedom to experience the world without having something else on your eyes, and the freedom of being able to see everything and the beauty that it has.
It's so easy, it's so simple, it's painless. If your vision was as bad as mine, you gotta get it done. You gotta do it.
If I could have done it 10 years ago, I would roll back time and I would do it then.
It's not a cheap procedure, and you don't want it to be cheap. You don't want to, you don't want to get a deal on something like your eyes.
There's nothing to be scared about.
It was 100% the right decision.
It's phenomenal.
Laser surgery's rad. I don't really know what else to say. It's unreal. Do it.